When I first moved here to Tacoma 23 years ago, not long after they started running all the fiber and stuff for Click, and it was really neat to hear about what they were going to do, start their own private internet service. We're the envy of a lot of different cities. A lot of my family members are envious of us, who are having to depend on companies like Comcast. And customer service with Comcast, I experienced the 1 year that I did take them up on an offer in 2003. They didn't honor the offer, and I ended up going back to Click. And to talk to a person, I had to say I wasn't a customer. Otherwise, I was batted back and forth with recordings and automation. And I'm afraid that's what will happen if the control of Click happens to be turned over to another company. Advanced Stream, whenever I've had a problem, which has been very rare, maybe 3 times, always had to talk to a person right away, walked me through whatever my problem was and fixed it. And I'm afraid that's not going to happen anymore. And if there was a problem with how the rates were, I don't understand why that wasn't taken care of years ago. It is an issue. I've heard rumors of smoke and mirror type accounting, so I don't know. But I'd really like to see it stay the way it is now. Thank you.
Thank you.
That a previous director had to be fired, that an audit was not correct, and that a corrected audit was not done that was called for by the city council. These things are very concerning to me and others people that are aged and low income. I really like the fact that we have a public utility. I want it to stay absolutely public and not be privatized in any way. And I know other cities are very envious of this. I moved to Tacoma for one reason. This was a big asset for Tacoma as a place to live because of this. And I'm very concerned about how it may be altered in this partnership. Thank you very much for my time.
I just want to say that I've been a very satisfied customer of Advanced Stream, which is part of Click's program there, for a long, long time. I never have to think about my internet service, which tells you that I'm completely satisfied with it. I never have a problem. If I ever do have a problem, which has been, ages, they've got great support and everything. They can understand me on the phone. So I really appreciate our public utility. And I feel good about paying my bill every month because I like knowing that I'm contributing to something that is a public asset that we own and not contributing to a private corporation. I have to wonder what's in it for the private partners. It seems to me that adding a private partner which has a profit motive cannot possibly lower costs and improve service. I just don't see how that happens. Maybe I'm naive. I don't understand all the ins and outs, but I don't see how this could be a good move. What would happen to our rates? Is this just a money grab? So those are my concerns.
Click and Advanced Stream, I wanted it. That's what I wanted. And now they're threatening it, and I don't quite understand it and would prefer that they would leave it like it is because it works for me.
Okay. Thank you.
I would like to say that I've been a long-time Click customer. I started in July of 2000. I have no complaint about Click. I'm up here to tell you that I've had the best service that I have ever received from any business that I can think of at this time. The service that Click has given me has been incredible. I've had no problems with my service at all. The customer service is fantastic. I can't even think of any issues that I've had with my service at all over the years. Every time I call in or I've had an issue, whether it be technical or whatever, I've always had great service. And I think public ownership has done well by this. And when I have been approached by competitors to try and switch over to their service, all I have to tell them is that I support my city and its public-owned services, and it pretty much shuts them up. I never get a response from them after that. And I just want to say that I am very proud to be a customer of Click. I hope that you will do right by the customers of Click, that it's been a great ride, and that I hope it's not coming to an end. And I just want to say thank you for the great service.
This sounds all nice and dandy, but my mom always said, don't let the wolf take care of the chickens. I have a trust issue, not only with the people who want to privatize it, but with you guys, because I don't see any projections on how we can do it ourselves either. I mean, are we relying on an outside source that we may have to do contractual battles with probably in the future? Save all that money. Let's increase our own network. We know that we went through, there was never a major audit. I think we could do it. Just why I'm wearing this old T-shirt. When I mean stick with it, I don't mean just we're going to like it, because we all like it. Let's work on it together. Outside sources are definitely going to tell us that we can't do it. I know financially they're going to say we can't do it. But one thing that has never been done in the last few years since CLIC's come up for I call it a chopping block, is that we've never really put together an actual program to increase the size of it and increase the customer service. And that has never been done. It's amazing how many people do not know about CLIC. Today, we need some more audits too. Thank you.
Well, first off, I love the current service, and I would much prefer it stay fully public. I've had entirely good experiences with it, as contrasted with my friends' experiences with Comcast and the online reports of Wave, for that matter. We have a really great public service, and I would really appreciate it if the board here would try very hard to keep it. It's also actually a selling point for businesses moving to Tacoma. So, I see I have time left. I think that's it. Thank you.
I really want to see the CLIC network remain a public utility. The existence of a public-owned piece of the fiber internet was one of the deciding factors in choosing to return to Tacoma after leaving a life in the dot-com world of Southern California. Currently, CLIC, through Advanced Stream, provides our internet access. Having cut the cord, as they say, this is our lifeline, providing phone service as well as data and streaming media. This is a trend that opportunes growth in the ISP sector. The ability to commit to maintain a state-of-the-art digital infrastructure is vital in Tacoma's ability to attract the lucrative tech sector. I cannot understate the value to a tech startup of having a pipeline to the internet that is not dependent upon the whims of a third-party company. This is one variable that is sufficient to strike Tacoma from anybody's list of a candidate for a technocentric investment. It would be foolishness to abandon the years of investments made in this infrastructure when we know it is going to be an area of increasing necessity to all citizens in this community. I would not be able to function in the world today without the pipeline this network provides me to the world. The internet is a public utility, and as the Public Utility Board, we trust you to maintain the infrastructure that was built by the public to serve the public. Please don't give away this unique access. Keep CLIC public. I don't trust the private sector. We have accountability with you. Thank you for your time.
Questions about CLIC. I'm against privatization. I watch this not just in CLIC, but across the country and industry after industry through this financialization, the taking of public monies and the public-private partnership. And so I'm basically opposed to privatizing CLIC. Why does the annual reports that CLIC has, and I've given you a copy, and the operational summary show that CLIC is profitable? It's brought in over $300 million, provided $58 million worth of profits before taxes. I think the net profit is $27 million. Another question I have, and I'm looking for an answer on this, is why isn't CLIC advertised on the city's website? Why isn't it advertised on the Chamber of Commerce? And why isn't it advertised on the Economic Development Board? That's a question I'm still looking for.
Yes, my name is Robert Garcia.
Robert Garcia.
I'm born and raised in Tacoma, Washington. All of my extended family has CLIC internet. It's been great service. I've personally had it for 17 years. I think I've had 2 network issues in that time, and both were resolved within 24 hours. Most of us are Advanced Stream customers. My grandmother's house used to be NetVenture, which is now held by Rainier Connect, still on the CLIC network. I work at a little paper mill off of 8th and Portland. We're the largest user of water down there and one of the largest power users. I believe that most of the stuff in the city is interconnected, whether it's an asset or whether it's a business. I've seen over the years when I used to work at a computer shop that people would come in and want internet service in Tacoma, and they would think that they really only had one option, and that was Comcast. And I always made sure over there at Green PC that we always had pamphlets, paraphernalia, to the effect of all the different click providers. And of course, over the years, those shrunk. It was 3 providers, and then now it's 2. And I really think that people who live in the Tacoma area have a huge asset in the click network. I personally don't have the television portion of it, but the internet, all of my friends and all of my family, I tell them what my rates are, I tell them what my speeds are, and they can't compare. And I was a Comcast customer back in 2001 for a little bit, and 6-month contract, and then after that, call to cancel because they jacked the bill up $24, and they play this little game. Oh, you're going to cancel? Okay, I'll talk to my manager. And then they get back to you. Okay, I guess I got good news for you. We can give you this introductory rate again for 6 months. So you're set. Talk to you in 6 months from now. So it's this little game they play. And as they've grown in size, they've got more amount of power. So it's great that you guys have proposals to get rid of the risk portion of it, and I understand that. But this is truly an asset for the city, and I think that their customer service that we currently have and the network that we have, both speed-wise and money-wise, can't compare anywhere else. And they've already been doing the legwork for the gigabit network. Me and my brother's house, we've already got the gigabit internet, the modems, as it were. And I just think that if it's possible for the city to stick it through, that's what should be done. And if it means that giving Click customers, an option to keep my 100 megabyte service, if I got to pay $5 more a month than that, that's still cheaper than the mega competitors. So, again, I'm born and raised Tacoma. I'm proud to live here, and I've definitely been a proponent of Click for 17 plus years, and I will continue to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Well, deja vu. It's like 2015 already, all over again here. We've got the same 2 companies and the same scheme to privatize this valuable public asset. Wasn't City Council's unanimous no loud enough?
Stick with Click. Thank you, thank you, thank you.